What's up, y'all? Welcome to Girlapeutic. It's your home of therapeutic girl talk. And today, we are talking about Steve Harvey. No, we are discussing his statement on whether men can have female friends, or if anybody in a relationship can have a friend of the opposite sex. I guess that's what it comes down to, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, let's get into it. Actually, before we start, I'm gonna roll the clip so y'all can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All of my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this myth right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity.
Because
we're guys.
Men think this way?
99.9% of us think that way.
What y'all think?
Okay, so I think his main thing was the fact that men can't look at a woman in a platonic way, like ever. And the only reason that men are friend zoned, quote unquote, is because a woman has put them there. Which to me, it's like, okay, well, women can do the same exact thing. A man could absolutely friend zone a woman. I mean, absolutely. But for me, I think it just boils down to respect. When you get into a relationship, you're going to respect your partner. I do think it's possible. I mean, I have male friends. But it's like, if I'm in a relationship, that because I don't look at my male friends in that way, like, why would it ever be anything else? And vice versa. So I think we start treading into disrespectful territory to some people. It depends on relationship. You know, if you're doing inappropriate things with your friend, quote unquote, mm-hmm. That's when we start getting into sticky situations here. But just in general, I definitely think that it's possible for men and women to have friends of the opposite sex, even if you're in a relationship. Especially, like, what if you were friends with someone since childhood, and because you guys are friends, you've been friends for so long, you get into a relationship where you're just supposed to not be that person's friend anymore? I don't know.
Well, for a long time, I won't say for a long time, for a few years after I gave my life to Christ, after hearing certain people's opinions, I'm like, okay, maybe guys and girls can't be friends. Mm-hmm. But after I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, I literally have a guy friend. We've been friends since like high school. We've never talked, never dated. He was just a part of our friend group, literally. Like, I think I just went out to eat with him maybe a month ago. He's never shown interest in me. I've never shown interest in him. We have literally just been friends. But I think it just depends. It definitely has to be mutual. Mm-hmm. Like, mutually, I don't want you, you don't want me. Mm-hmm. Because I think sometimes you fall into situations where, like you said, you kind of have this interest in a person and it don't work out. So or it's not mutual. So I'm just going to be this person's friend. Mm-hmm. So I think it depends on the foundation of the friendship, mm-hmm. I think. And and if you're attracted to that person, I personally don't think, how you friends with somebody who you're attracted to, or somebody who you used to like, and things like that. It can get a little sticky. I think it just depends on the foundation of the friendship, and if you guys are both on the same page. Like, clearly you've never made a pass at me, I'm obviously not interested in you. Because I think sometimes people be like, we just friends, just so your girlfriend is not like in your business about what you really have going on. Mm-hmm. So it just depends. I think it depends.
Yeah.
But I think it's possible.
And it's like, if you cross that line with your friend, y'all were never really friends. in that retrospect to begin with.
Yeah.
You clearly had some type of attraction
to that person.
in the beginning when y'all met each other. If you felt like, okay, you know, you cute to me, but let's try something else. Then at that point, okay, you're no longer friends, and then it's not wise if you get into another relationship to remain friends or connect. Person. Exactly. So that's a whole other thing. But what Steve Harvey is saying is absolutely not. No,
I don't think all men look at women like that.
It's almost unrealistic.
Yeah.
Why you look at me like that?
No, look.
So, I think his argument is you can have two friends who have been friends and never crossed that line. I think his argument is you know for yourself that you never wanted that line crossed. You never know if that person who you are in friendship with ever thought about crossing that line, right? Mm-hmm. If you're attractive, you're attractive. And even though that person may not have made an attempt, you don't know what that person could be feeling per se, that they may have like compartmentalized as far as I'm not going to take it there because I don't know how she will react. I don't know anyway. You know, people get scared to cross that friendship line, so we're just going to be friends. You know, here's the thing. Here's my opinion. I mean, I guess, of course, I can only speak for myself. I agree and disagree. I disagree from the standpoint that I do think it's possible. I do think it has to do with the relationship or the foundation. I do think it has to also take into account the full dynamic. Because if you're in a relationship, if we're married, right, let's say that's not just your friend.
That's our friend.
He needs to be our friend.
Exactly.
She needs to be our friend.
But that's the thing. That's why I'm saying, like, in certain relationships, because I've been in situations where this woman is your friend. I've never met her. Mm-hmm. Like, that to me, I feel like that will make somebody wonder, okay, are y'all really friends? Because why have we not all?
And 9 times out of 10, it's more than that.
Well, and it still could. You think of it, that's an assumption. It still could be that person just is a friend to them, right? Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is there's some bound, and if the two, it's just me. If the two cannot mesh as far as he being your friend as my man, or she being, you know, my friend and that's your friend, then you will have to do something with that friendship. Yeah. If we're married, now I could be asking a lot as far as dating. I don't know, but if we're married, I feel like it, Dating.
Yeah.
Dating. No, for real.
It is.
Dating too.
Absolutely.
Because we talked about that dating. We didn't do it, but I think it's a respect thing. So I say I disagree because yes, it is possible. I don't think that all men just look at a woman as far as like, or don't have the ability to say, hey, this is just a platonic friendship.
Yeah.
I do think there are men out there like that. I just think when it comes to actually the labeling and all this other stuff, that person needs to be with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, absolutely. I need to be able to feel comfortable.
Well, I feel like Steve Harvey was doing just a little bit of projecting.
Yeah.
You know, he probably looks at the reason why he feel like he can't is because he's put in those situations and he probably can't look at a woman and think, oh, friend.
But I love what you're saying, though. I like that group. I think that's,
yeah.
To me,
that's the expectation.
That's the expectation. And I think that's just respect for the person you're with. Because if I want to make it clear, like, no, we're for real just friends. Like, come hang out with us.
Exactly. There should be no secrecy going on.
Yeah.
That the friend, male or female, shouldn't feel jealous, you know, of
there we go.
The relationship.
Secrecy.
Jealousy.
Yeah,
we're not
but here it is. I think also you shouldn't be confiding in that friend. I feel like that's a big red flag, and I think that's a lot of times what the issue is. Mm-hmm. Because why do you need a male best friend if I'm your man?
Yeah.
Why do you need a female best friend if I'm your woman? Like, that's what I'm here for. And I think sometimes you do have like dynamics where we've been friends since we were children or whatever. But I do think if you are in a relationship, then that dynamic needs to change.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Any issue that arises needs to be between you and your partner. Because you go into your best friend, who you may have known for years, obviously is going to take your side before your partner.
Yep.
Giving you advice, and you ain't even talked to your partner yet, and now you're their opinion is influencing you on a decision that you need to make between you and your partner. So, no. That's when we start getting a little disrespectful.
I think so too. And I also feel like that specific friend will understand that because they're just a friend.
Exactly.
Like if my friend got into a relationship and he was no, we're not gonna do that, and the girlfriend felt a certain type of way, like maybe, you telling her a lot, why don't you just talk to me? I ain't gonna feel no kind of way. That's your woman.
What if the friend did not take it well because they're like, well, we're best friends? What do you do then?
What do you mean? Say that again.
If the friend doesn't take it, if that friend, say that friend's single, and that friend realizes that the dynamic of the relationship is changing because you are with someone, right? And you're serious about this person, and y'all married, or like y'all just in a serious relationship, right? You tell that friend, or that friend notices that you're not confiding in them like you used to, XYZ, or the hangouts are with us.
And they get mad? Oh, then that means that you have feelings.
Okay. Yeah, because
I gotta cut you off.
Because at the end of the day, who cares? That's like a friendship here. If we not gonna hang out because you gonna go hang out with your man, baby,
go with your man.
Go with your man every day of the week. Like, that's just because you are literally this person's friend. I don't care. If the guy friend that I'm talking about got into a relationship today and we didn't talk that much, baby, do you? I don't. Why does that matter?
Because case
the
in
feelings
point,
aren't there.
Granted, this is obvious. Our friendship is not a male-female, but Miss Girl got married, okay? I'm talking, Miss Girl got married. Go with your man.
Go with your man.
Was I sitting around like, she always with Scoop?
Right. When we gonna hang out?
When we gonna hang out?
She gonna let me come up have a movie night with my sister? Like, no! That's weird.
My girl's married.
Well, I feel like there is an adjustment.
It is. But I'm not gonna be
you
mad
should be
that I have to
mad.
make the
Exactly.
adjustment. Matter of fact, I'm happy for you because as a friend, I know that's something that you wanted. So why would be mad? Because you done found you somebody.
No.
When mine come by,
Somebody said Casper.
right. Look, you can come along.
We can probably hang out in a few years.
Right, when we feel like the group set, you can come.
Stop playing with me.
Yeah,
In a few years.
but I feel like that goes to show we're really friends. I know this is something that you want.
Yeah.
This is a good person for you.
And I feel like I can speak for my male friends that the same. Like, there's never been any, ever, and I'm talking any type of, I think I want to date you.
Yeah.
No. And if I was to get into a relationship and vice versa, it turns into a group setting. You know what I mean? And that's out of respect for their future partner as well. Because honestly, I want to get to know them, especially if it's a girl's show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, girl. Hey, sis.
Because you don't have feelings
Exactly.
in that way.
Well, I think for me personally, I think it can be subjective. I do think it needs to. My biggest thing is if you're going to do it, like I'm not an advocate for it. But if you're going to do it, I think that you have to put it into play.
Another flag within itself. If you on either side got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 friends that are the opposite sex, it's just
I'm not going.
I'm sorry, I got to take a step back, brother, and I need to understand more, because certainly all 10 of them you ain't just
It's
friends.
either this,
okay,
or like it's
something
one or
with
the
that.
yeah. It's one or the other. In my
Because
opinion.
what? Now why you got all these females?
Why do you have all these female? See, and I there's some stuff that I can say. But yeah, that's yep.
Well,
but it is possible. I definitely think it's
I think it's
for sure.
possible. It just has to be done
I think
in a very specific way.
Steve Harvey, he had a lot more to unpack.
One more thing too, I feel like, for example, if you are in a relationship and that friend is single, it's definitely important that that single friend has a relationship with your significant other. You know what I mean? Because if not,
Honey,
that's what I'm saying. This is
looking at your man and woman.
It needs to be us.
yeah, it needs to be
period.
Us, like text messages and things. Like I have big brothers, right? That are legitimate big brothers. But my big brothers are big brothers to my husband as well. Actually, just one. So my big brother is a big brother to my husband as well. You know what I'm saying? And they have a relationship that they've always had. So if I text my big brother, he's married, I would text his wife too, or you know what I'm saying, or my husband. I'll tell my husband, oh yeah, I hit up what's it called, XYZ today. It ain't no feeling because one, I'm not hiding it. There's nothing attached to it. It's just the dynamic of the relationship. We all know each other. So if someone,
because that's my brother.
Exactly.
That's our brother. This is our family.
What are we doing?
Yeah. So I just think it needs to be in a very specific way. So I guess overall, for me, I agree and disagree with him. I agree to a certain extent. Right. But I think, like you said, he had more in therapist terms to unpack there.
Absolutely. A lot more to unpack.
Well, let us know down below in the comments what you think of this video. If you agree or disagree with Steve Harvey. Can your man have a female best friend? Can your girl have a male best friend? Let us know. We want to hear it.
Let us know.
And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Subscribe, baby.
Follow us on Instagram at Girlapeutic, and we will see you next time. Bye.